What happens when you eat? When you eat food, your body breaks it down into tiny pieces it can use. Carbohydrates, like bread, rice, and sugar, becomes glucose, a sugar your body uses for energy. Proteins, like meat and beans, becomes amino acids, the building blocks of your body. Then we have fats, like butter and oils, which become fatty acids and glycerol used for energy and storage. What is metabolism? Metabolism is just the name for everything your body does to keep you alive. It has two main jobs: catabolism, breaking things down to get energy, like breaking wood to make fire, and anabolism, building things up using energy, like building with Lego blocks. Metabolism is like a factory run by enzymes. Enzymes are tiny helpers that make reaction happen faster. Hormones like insulin and glucagon help control this factory. What is ATP? Your body's battery. ATP is adenosine triphosphate and is your body's main energy coin. Think of it like a charged battery. When your body uses ATP, it becomes ADP, a used battery. Your body recharges ADP back into ATP using energy from food. How does your body use sugar or carbohydrate metabolism? Glycolysis is the first step. It happens in the cytoplasm, that's the fluid in your cells. It doesn't need oxygen and it makes a small amount of energy and pyruvate. If there is oxygen, pyruvate goes to the next step, that's the Krebs cycle. If there is no oxygen, it becomes lactate, and this happens when you are doing heavy exercises. Glucogenesis, this is making sugar from scratch. It happens mostly in the liver. Makes new glucose from things like lactate, amino acids, and glycerol. It helps your brain and body when you are not eating, like during sleep or fasting. Then we have stereochemistry. This is the rotation around an alpha carbon under plain polarized light. Clockwise, we have dextro, and then counterclockwise, we have levo. This is due to the position of the amino group on the amino acid compound. All amino acids in your body are chiral except glycine and cysteine. There are 20 proteinogenic amino acids. Amino acids could be classified into 5 groups. We have non-polar, non-aromatic side chains, aromatic side chain, polar, non-aromatic side chain, negatively charged side chain, positively charged side chain. We can group these 20 proteinogenic amino acids into these 5 groupings. Now the Krebs cycle, also known as the citric acid cycle. Think of this as a spinning wheel inside your cells that makes energy. It takes pyruvate or acetyl-CoA and spins it around, releasing carbon dioxide, and this is what you breathe out. The end product of a Krebs cycle is NADH and FADH2. These are special energy carriers, and this happens in the mitochondria, which are like your cell's power plants. The electron transport chain. This is where your body makes most of its energy. Like a conveyor belt of proteins in the mitochondria, electrons from NADH and FADH2 move along the chain, pumps hydrogen ions to create a powerful difference. That power is used by ATP synthase to make loads of ATP. Now how your body uses fat, that's lipid metabolism. Beta oxidation, this is how fat gets burned. Fatty acids are activated. They enter the mitochondria. They are chopped into pieces, that's 2 carbon units, to make energy. Ketogenesis. When you don't eat for a while, like doing fasting or diabetes, your liver turns fats into ketone bodies, another kind of fuel, especially for the brain. What about proteins? Amino acid metabolism. Your body doesn't like to use protein for energy unless it has to. Deamination. The body removes the nitrogen part in the NH2 from the amino acids. What's left is used for energy or turned into sugar or fat. The nitrogen is turned into urea in your urine. Fed versus fasting. When you eat and when you don't. When you're in the first state or when you're eating, your body builds and stores things due to insulin. But then when you're not eating or when you're hungry, your body breaks things down to get energy due to glucagon and adrenaline. Now, special metabolism pathways. We have the pentose phosphate pathway, which makes NADPH, used in building fat and fighting damage. And it makes ribose, used to build DNA and RNA. We have the Cori cycle. These are muscles that make lactate when there is no oxygen, like we mentioned earlier. Liver takes it, turns it back to glucose, and sends it to the muscles again. Then we have the alanine cycle. Muscles send alanine, an amino acid, to the liver. The liver makes new glucose from it. Now, how metabolism is controlled. Allosteric regulation. Molecules help turn enzymes on or off. Phosphorylation. Enzymes are activated or inactivated with chemical tags. Hormones. Insulin, glucagon, and others act like managers of the factory. Then we have gene expression. Long-term control. Your body makes more or less of certain enzymes.